Hi, welcome to Real Perspective. I'm Russell Lockhart, and today we'll be reviewing The Fall Guy and Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
That is such a great movie.
Isn't this the 130th movie of the Planet of
Could be. I mean, I have all of them except for this one. When this one comes out on DVD, I'll have that one too.
Okay, all righty. So we're going to start with
Fall Guy.
Fall Guy? All righty. What we're going to do right now is we're going to play that trailer for you on the Fall Guy. Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. Mm-hmm. And here it is, and we'll be right back.
That's me, Colt Sievers, and this is my hero's journey.
We just start from the top.
Okay, I'm not the hero of this story. I'm just a stunt guy. Trying to look cool in front of the director of this movie. That's her, who I just so happen to have a major crush on.
We need to keep it super profesh.
Cool. Do you want to make out?
Nope.
Because I don't either. It's not what I'm into right now.
Making out?
Yeah.
What are you into?
Talking.
Yeah.
There's just one little wrinkle.
The star of the movie,
Tom Ryder,
is missing. We need you to find him.
Why me?
You're a stuntman. No one's gonna notice whether you're here or not. No offense.
I mean, some taken. Tom?
Full disclosure, he has fallen in with some shady people.
Just checking in on you.
And they're not gonna like you sniffing around.
I'm just a stunt guy! This is insane, man. Uh-huh. We got drugs, bad guys, and murder.
What's an ice crime?
Are you saying ice cream or ice cream?
Ice crime.
Okay, it's just with your accent, it's hard. I'm not reporting an ice cream.
Yes, no, I get that.
Okay.
This is an epic story. Of cosmic proportions.
The bad guys are closing in.
We're gonna hide you.
Nope, we're gonna beat the shit out of them. I never forget a fist. I don't mean it like that.
Nothing like a good twist.
Who doesn't love a twist?
Let's make some trouble.
Get out of my head. Stay alive, no matter what. We're gonna beat the shit out of them.
Have a better idea.
You wanna drive? Okay. Maniac. That man's crazy.
We're gonna surround him.
And we beat the shit out of him. Shit. One last stunt. Going down in a blaze of glory.
We need a big finale.
How many takes do you have of that?
I've got 5 takes.
So big.
All righty. You know what? That looks fun. Okay, it looks like a good action movie.
Yep. Good comedy.
But my question, one of the questions I had was, is he clueless or does he know what's going on?
No, he knows what's going on.
Okay.
I mean, it's one of those things that, I mean, he's, and I'll tell you that he's a stuntman, as we all know, because we saw this TV show back in the 80s, 70s.
Yes.
So
Lee
Majors, man, I didn't think that anybody could replace Lee Majors, but Ryan Gosling, he does a great job.
Heather Locklear, was she on the?
No, it was not Heather Locklear. It was Heather Thomas.
Heather Thomas,
Different Heather Thomas, a different Heather.
Okay.
Heathers back then were all over the place.
Okay. So do your review, man.
Okay, so here's the deal. If anybody remembers the 70s, 80s movie or TV show with Lee Majors, you're going to love this. So if you don't, I still think you're going to love it. This was an action-packed movie. So here's the deal. It's about Cole Sievers. He's a stuntman for a really hot, famous actor. Okay, so an action actor, and he's just like this famous actor. And the stuntman kind of gets buried in the back, as they always do. So he does this gig, he does all this. Well, basically in the very, very beginning, he gets hurt. He kind of retires. He kind of disappears. Now, part of this, he had a relationship in the very beginning with Emily Blunt's character. Okay. And so she was actually, her character Jodie was played by Heather Thomas in the TV show. So she takes the role on this one. They're an item. Well, then he gets hurt, he disappears, kind of drops out of sight. Mm-hmm. And then he's asked by the manager of the big actor, hey, my actor is missing, can you come help? So that's kind of where it takes off from there. This is a fun movie. It's got the comedy there. Ryan Gosling is, like, timing wise and comedy is phenomenal. He's one of the best around right now. I think that Emily Blunt is the same way. Okay. Emily Blunt brings the love, the calmness to his chaoticness. Okay. But it's just this great love story, along with the action, along with mystery going on. So there's like twists and turns in there as you go along, which I really absolutely love. Now, if anybody remembers the TV show, Cole Seavers was a stuntman that made extra money by finding missing people or doing detective work, all of that. Well, this is kind of the beginning of that. Yeah. So he's trying to get back into the Hollywood thing, back as a stuntman, and he kind of works all these different things as angles trying to find this missing actor. Mm-hmm. So it works on all levels. It's like I said, it's a great comedy, it's a great action film, good love story. So it's just, everything clicks. It's just wonderful. And the scenes that they do with the action, they're phenomenal. And I will say that there's very few movies that I will actually say the cinematography is the star. Mm-hmm. This really does. I mean, because you're doing the stunts, because you have all these things blowing up, the cinematography is a big part of this. Okay. So he does a great job. I think Emily Blunt does anything good. I mean, she's British. She is British. Yes. And I think she could. And her husband is John Krasinski. If I can remember his name, Krasinski.
Yeah, he played Jack Ryan on the Amazon show
Jack Ryan. Yes. And they played together on The Quiet Place, which is awesome.
There's rumors going around the two of them were going to be on the new Fantastic Four, but that
didn't happen. Yeah. So anyway, this movie is just good. I totally recommend it. It's just a fun thing. And personally, I think that if you're going to see this, go to the theater and see it on the big screen. It's so much fun.
With all the action, you didn't go to IMAX.
No, we didn't do IMAX on that one. But
but it was just regular. But you're right into it.
Yeah, you're into it. You're right there. And personally, I love anything about stuntmen. I mean, I was a big fan of the Fall Guy TV show. Hooper is one of my favorite movies with Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, Burt Reynolds.
So, and that was all about the stuntmen. And so I love stuntmen. And back in the late 70s, early 80s were like stuntmen, like big. It was like in everything you did and everything that Burt Reynolds did, he always brought stuntmen involved in this. Mm-hmm. So this is pretty cool movie. It's a lot of fun. Really good. And now I will say, and again, it is PG-13. Now, there is, with this one, there's some like brief nudity, like in the very background. Like in the background. You don't really see it. And I actually didn't remember it because that's, I just didn't think about it. But there is back in the background, there is some cussing. So, and then there's a lot of explosions. So, as I always say, absolutely. I always say, you know your family, you know how you deal with things, you know what you want to take your kids to. Be careful on this one. There is some cussing and there is some brief nudity, but you got to remember that you are responsible for your kids, and that's what you got to look at. Again, I always say IMDb is a perfect place to go to because it'll list out all the cuss words, how many there are. It'll list out scenes that there's nudity in, or if there is any nudity. So that's, like I said, I think this is a good one to take your family to. If they're older, you don't want to take the 6-year-old.
My hero grandson.
No, you don't want to do that.
No, okay. So,
or you'll be spending a lot of time. I remember going to the drive-in with my parents, and I remember during some scenes, my mom would do this. We had a station wagon. She'd do this, and all 6 of us would put our head down. We knew what it meant.
Well, but that was think about this. Kissing. Drive-in movie theaters. Do you remember back with them?
Oh yeah.
And Because it was just out there in front of everybody. You know, I mean, somebody up on the hill could be seeing that.
Oh yeah,
you know?
oh yeah,
And
easily.
but anyway,
But we would go see these movies at the drive-in,
Yeah.
and I remember there was a kissing scene or some kind of love scene. They didn't know where it was going to go, and my mom's arm would go like this, and all of our heads would go down, and then she would go, "Okay."
So y'all actually had what do you call that? I don't know, what do you want to call that? When I do this, you do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
you
No,
know,
Mom and Dad trained us really well.
Oh, well.
Dad did. Snapped his fingers and did this. We sat down. We knew. It was a different
My
time.
mom,
man.
if we went to the movie house and there was something coming up that and I was younger, she'd say, "Steve, go get us some popcorn.
Yeah.
Go to, you got to go to the bathroom or whatever. Get out of here. You don't want to watch this stuff." But at the same time, okay. So first of all, it sounds amazing. Now, I was going to ask the question. Ryan Gosling, wasn't he just in Barbie?
He was.
Okay,
Yes.
and I guess he was funny in there.
He was funny. I mean, again, look, we reviewed Barbie before.
Yes, we did.
I did not give it a high praise, but
No.
I'm a guy, and I think that was made for girls that played with Barbies, and I didn't. I played with G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
So I didn't really know, except for my G.I. Joe capturing Barbie and tying her up and holding her there until the good guys came around. So, those were the things that I did.
Okay.
But I didn't know Barbie. So this was a girl's movie, and so that was it.
But
Ryan,
no,
what
I mean,
saw
he's
was
kind
Ryan,
of
he did a
flavor.
good job.
It was popular.
Oh, yeah,
Barbie was
he's really
incredibly
good.
popular.
And
Ryan
his song,
was a part of it.
his song in it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I'm just
and
kidding.
so now he just shows us another side.
Absolutely. I absolutely. I think he's he's like the heartthrob right now.
Uh-huh.
He is the flavor of the month of the year. I think he's just awesome. And anything that I see him in, I like him in. Even if it's a crappy movie,
Yeah.
Ryan Gosling makes him a point that he just shines.
Now, Emily Blunt, wasn't she in a movie with Tom Cruise? It was some sort of futuristic thing.
Yes,
Do you remember?
yeah, that was Tomorrow, something like that. Something like that.
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow. Then they also changed the name of it. They
man.
changed the name of it. a
Yeah,
couple times, so.
they did.
But yeah, she was in that.
Mm-hmm.
Emily is one of those that I absolutely love anything she does.
Okay.
I've always loved Emily Blunt. She's just cute as a button. She's so much fun. And any movie that she does her best in.
Mm-hmm.
And I love it. So I highly recommend this one.
Okay. Okay,
questions?
let me give you some questions here.
Yes.
First of all, do you know who the director of this one was?
I don't right offhand.
Okay, it wasn't one of our favorite ones that
No.
was like Anglin. What was his name?
No, Anglin? No.
Anglin? Oh man, don't even start. Anyway, but okay, so good action, PG-13,
Cinematography was fantastic.
cinematography. You had a little bit of nudity in there. I don't know why. they
Very
always
brief.
make that.
Very brief. It's like in
What
the
about
back.
F words?
One.
Well, they use their F word.
They use it. They got
You know,
the
that is
PG-13.
amazing.
Yeah.
I have so many movies. The PG-13. Well, we can allow one F word. Well, and they use it. I don't care what they have
They
to
have to
use
use it.
that
Yeah.
word. And anyway, whatever. Okay, cool. How about the wokeness?
Yeah,
No,
nothing
we got
to do with
trannies running around
Yeah.
there, furries, or
No,
anything
nothing like that. That's,
Oh, okay.
It's free from that. So
Okay.
we don't have to worry about being indoctrinated. or anything
Okay,
like that.
that's
So.
good. I'm messing around with the furry thing. I saw a thing on it last night.
Yeah.
It went to a furry convention. These people are weird. Anyway, whatever.
So none of that in this.
Okay, none of that. Let me see. Homosexual characters,
No,
anything
nothing
else
like that.
No
Nothing,
preaching.
No preaching like that. It doesn't do any kind of preachiness and
It's
any
just
kind
fun.
of level. Just fun.
It's just action
Yeah.
fun. You know?
And I will say this: one of the things that I absolutely loved, I was sitting over the whole time going, they better have Lee Major as a cameo. They better have Lee Majors. And about halfway through, he does something, and they do the $6 Million Man sound.
Yeah.
And I'm going, that better not be it. Well, go when you watch this movie. Wait for the credits to roll and watch during the credits.
Yes.
You'll be pleased.
Okay,
If you are a fan,
Yeah,
if you don't know who
any
Lee Majors is,
spoilers,
you probably care. I won't just always stay. I won't tell you where. I won't tell you what it entails. You're going to have a couple of cameos, and that's phenomenal. I was in Hog Heaven whenever I saw that happen. So, like I said, I was a big fan of the TV show back in the day.
Yeah, he's still kicking too.
Yeah, he is.
So that's good stuff. Okay, all righty, the reels.
So out of this one, 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna pick you apart on this one. Now, there's others you give 9 to.
Yeah.
Right. We talked about, but an unsung hero, we get 9.
Yeah.
Now, but then here, this is an action movie at 7.5.
Yeah.
That to me is kind of
low.
Yeah.
Not really. So there are some of the actors in there that are kind of over the top and not terrific. So that kind of brought that down a little bit. It doesn't deter from the movie at all in any way. But like things like Unsung Hero, every single actor did their best and did a great job.
Yeah.
In this one, the main two actors are phenomenal.
Yes.
But you have a couple of side characters there that I just felt like they were kind of cartoonish.
Okay.
And I think too cartoonish. And And then they had a couple of things in there that, and I won't say what it was, but there was a couple of things in there that were like you could see it coming a mile away.
Okay, so it's predictable.
Some of it.
A little bit of it was
just
predictable.
A little bit was predictable.
Okay. All right.
I just I knew that was going to happen. Now, whether that's because I've watched so many movies or that this was just paper thin, predictable at that point, I don't know.
I just want to make sure that you don't have a bad taste in your mouth from the recent redo of Roadhouse. I mean, that.
Well, no, I've tried to forget.
I
that.
actually watched
I've
that
tried to
thing.
forget
I
this.
said, "Oh my."
As remakes are concerned, I thought they did a great job with Fall Guy, and I thought they did a great job bringing the feel of what Fall Guy was about. So they didn't forget that. So I was very happy about that.
Okay.
So I was very happy.
Fantastic. 7.5.
7.5.
7.5 reels. The Fall Guy. Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt. PG-13. Good one for maybe the older kids to watch with the adults. So sounds good. Okay. All righty. Well, okay. So we can move on here. Our next movie is I tease on this one because there's like 1,000. I shouldn't say.
All right.
Go ahead.
Yes.
So this is called what?
The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I have to put these things on the slide. And the thing is going to be out like this. Okay. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. And, I tell you what, let's look at the trailer and we'll be right back.
Son, your father, he waits.
Much to learn, much to teach. There are dangers beyond our village. What a wonderful day!
Help your father!
My family. I will find them. I will bring them home. To survive, remember your strength, your compassion, your mercy. Why do they hunt her? She knows the human secrets.
I have a name. May. I know where they're taking your clan.
You chose a human over and ink.
This was a human place.
It is not yours.
It is now, isn't it? The elders did not tell us everything about this world. Nor bend for your king. Never.
Get tickets now.
Okay, now I saw a lot of apes and a lot of what's the
Because
proper
it's a
word?
kingdom of them.
Well, it's a kingdom of, but it's a lot of. Okay, I looked at this trailer, and okay, I'm old.
Yeah.
Okay, I remember Roddy McDowell as an ape.
Oh, so do I.
Okay.
Yes.
But anyway, before we get into all of that, I'm going to let you go ahead and do the review,
All right.
and then we'll get back into it.
So full disclosure, I am a Planet of the Apes geek. I absolutely loved it when I was a kid.
All right.
I had all the action figures because we didn't call them dolls because we called them action figures. I had all the apes from the.
So you actually had the little.
I had the apes. They were like the size of G.I. Joe.
Oh.
And we always had missions that G.I. Joe would have to fight some of the apes. I mean, it was just that was the way it was. So anyway, I'm a big geek. I actually have all of the movies that have come before this. Even the Wahlberg movie that most people didn't like. I didn't love it, but it was still a decent movie.
Yeah.
However, this sequence of films that they've been going through now, I've been just so excited about them each time. And one of the things that the director said is that he wants to bring around to make this meet up with the Charlton Heston version.
Oh, man.
So I think they're going to connect that later.
Okay, yeah.
I'm hoping he can do that. But this version of this one takes place years later after Caesar, the main monkey, the main ape that kind of brought everything together and made the whole rebellion of the apes and everything. It's years later after he passes away. And so you see these segments of monkeys and apes going into different villages, different areas. They're all in different societies. And so they've all become there. Now, the one that we focus on here is Neo. Excuse me.
You have it written.
Yeah, I have it written down. But anyway, we focus on him, and what he does is he ends up like his village is so peaceful and wonderful, and they train eagles.
Okay.
So they train eagles and they raise them, and they just speak to eagles. They do them from babies. So as a rite of passage, they would go get an egg, and they train this eagle as they grow up. This is pretty cool. It's like a little peaceful village. As one point you see a little bit where they say there's echoes that came around. The echoes to them are humans.
Okay.
Because they're a society that's the echo of the society that once was. You don't see a lot of the humans being slaves nowadays. They're kind of hidden away in their own little area, and they just stay away from all the apes.
Okay.
And apes leave them alone. So they end up with this one village, and they're peaceful, loving, wonderful people. And of course, there's always an evil person or an ape. And they come in and they attack the village and they burn everything, and so this new ape, this other ape, the teenager has to go off on his own, and he learns about all the stuff that he didn't know about, the bad things that humans did, the good things that humans do, and so forth. And he goes in and he goes to this village and that they had captured his whole group on. And he went to go fight them, but he ends up, being there, reunited with his family. Part of his family and his friends. So it goes from there, and the guy, the bad ape there, has his own intentions, and so it goes from there. So that's kind of where it goes with this. It's just about the different societies, and you might kind of equate that to anything like The Walking Dead or anything like that, where we see different societies and how humans would deal with things. Well, now you're seeing apes go in that same pathway. So you have them doing kind of the same stuff. I want to rule everything. So it's kind of a cool thing there because it's kind of the kingdom. The guy wants to rule all apes, and so that's kind of where the story goes, and it takes off from there. It's a really good and fun movie. Again, the cinematography is phenomenal in this, and probably key in this one. You see a lot of different, the fighting, all the different stuff that like that. You see that, and it's just a lot of fun. I geek out over Planet of the Apes.
You love the Planet of the Apes.
I loved it, and I'm sitting over there watching this, and it's just a really cool story. And it's kind of an examination of humans as well. It's, and that apes would probably do the same thing that humans do.
So would you say that there is hidden, I don't want to be hidden, but meaning behind that? Is there a comparison to society, maybe even today?
Yeah, there is. There definitely is. It's a little bit, like I said, anything that you have, like any dystopia movie or TV show, you see that what is the worst that man can do? Yeah. Well, this is
because you mentioned slavery, and the thing is that in the trailer we saw that the one woman or the one lady there, she is being bandied around as a slave or what have you. Now,
well, you even see in this one that other apes are slaves.
Yeah. Okay. So in this one, there. Okay. So the thing is that there have been discussions about this as, equating this to different races and then the slavery of the races. This type of thing. Is there any? I mean,
I don't see that at all. I don't see that at all. But I don't see how that equates to that. I think it's look, it's societies. We even back in the biblical times they had slaves. Yeah. So slavery is not even new. I think it's a human thing that when societies are starting, and if you're not, I don't want to say enlightened, but you're not cultured enough to know that that's wrong, I guess, or enlightened enough, I guess that is a word for it, then the slavery happens. I mean, I come from Irish, and we've had slavery, Irish. Yes, Irish. So it's one of those things that happens, unfortunately. But so this shows, just like I said again, like apes, it's kind of the equivalent of humans that they're going to have slaves if they can. The bad guys are going to have slaves. Okay. So that's part of that, and so it's not right. Okay, so I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that's part of.
Would you say this is more of a ape adventure within the own, or because I do you have one lady I saw that
you actually have two humans.
You have two humans.
William H. Macy plays the part. So it's really cool.
Man, isn't he like 103?
Pretty close.
I'm surprised. But anyway, he's up there.
But he can still act his way out of the bag.
Yes, he can. William H. I mean, yes, absolutely. And you had a couple of but you say is it mainly an adventure amongst themselves?
Yes. Yeah. It's about their society.
Kind of like Mufasa, this is the Lion King. No, I'll stop that. But
it's how any societies act. And so you can have a peaceful society and, they're singing Kumbaya and having fun and just having that togetherness. But then when you get another society that comes in there and wants to take over, there you go. And then the evil starts to...
And the other society impresses their thoughts and beliefs and whatever on the other one.
Yeah. And that's been happening through centuries. I mean,
that sounds political to me.
Spain took over a lot of areas that way in the old days. They've gone to different places. I mean, they did that with Ireland too. Yeah.
You look through history, the British.
Yeah.
When it comes to, I mean, of course, one of my favorite movies is Braveheart.
Yeah.
And the thing here is what they wanted to push upon the Scottish. Yeah.
They pushed their religion, their this.
All this.
This is the way you have to live from now on.
You must do this. You must do this. to me, really, in our day and age, it really has a twinge of politics.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Well, yeah, absolutely. There is that. But you're always you're going to have that bad guy that's in that, and that's the especially when you're having this because remember in the other films, all the apes were united against what? The humans.
Yes.
Well, now the humans are not an issue as much. They kind of are scared of the apes.
I remember watching the old ones. Okay,
Yeah.
now that's just me. And I think I saw the Mark Wahlberg one, but anyway. But of course, I remember the Charlton Heston, the astronauts
Yeah.
landing, the finding the pieces of the Statue of Liberty.
Yeah.
In that, and then of course Roddy McDonald.
yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
get that name right. He was Caesar.
Yeah.
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 And then the other ones like that, and the ones that were the orangutans back. And okay, and I look at the makeup, right? You got the makeup here from back in the day.
Yeah.
One of the most freakiest ones I thought in the old days was Beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
When all those people had that nuclear or whatever, and they're taking their skin off. I don't know, that was freaky.
But see, to be honest, I like the makeup that from back then.
Yes.
I think that looked really real and really good.
Yeah, they did a really good job. I thought they did. And of course, from what I understand, it pushed out a TV series
Yeah.
on that.
What they did is they were
Cartoons
making some
too.
movies, and they kind of pushed those couple movies together, and made a series out of it, and then they did the cartoon and stuff like that.
So
It was-
you
it
had
was
your
hot.
classic series.
Yeah.
Then you had that other one. Let's not talk about it. Anyway, and then you had these new flavor ones
Yeah.
that have been coming. Now, how many have they done so far?
4. I think this
Four
is
of
the fourth
them?
one.
This
If I
is the
remember
fourth,
right,
third,
I could be
fourth
wrong. Either third or fourth one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and of course these apes or whatever primitive. How do you say
Primates.
Primates. Thank you. All right, these primates look more like realistic.
Yeah, they do. They do look realistic. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
And they're talking and stuff like this. For a minute there, I thought it was a documentary, but I was messing with it. But
Jane Goodall was going to come out.
yeah, she come over there and Gorillas in the Mist.
Yeah.
You remember
I
that
remember
movie?
that.
Oh
So,
man, didn't she die? The lady
I
got
think
killed
she-
in
I
it.
think
Yeah.
she did.
Okay.
She
Anyway.
did.
But
She may not.
so documented.
I'd have to go back and look on that.
But
So
okay.
if she's still alive, we take that back. We don't want to.
I don't know. Okay, I thought the character died in there, and I remember Sigourney Weaver playing her
Yeah.
in Gorillas in the Mist. But anyway, so here we go. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the stuff. The violence was there a lot of war of fighting?
There's a lot of fighting. It's more of, there are spots of just like take over like I said, the ape from the one group takes over and they just burn everything down and
Okay.
kill apes and stuff
Destruction.
like that. Yeah, a lot of that. So there's several scenes like that. This is PG-13, so it's not going to be.
Oh, it is PG-13.
It is PG-13, so there's going to be violence in there. So this is again to watch. Don't
Okay.
take 6 or 7
Language.
There's a minimal because the apes didn't cuss, but then the lady that was there cussed, and then
What
apes
about
started
these
repeating
humans?
it.
They have to cuss. The apes are.
He started copying that he's a teenager, so he starts copying what she said. But there's only one word. It wasn't like it was like a string of cuss
Do
words.
you remember the first words
Yes.
that Charlton Heston
Oh.
said back in
Yeah.
the day?
Yeah.
In that one?
Dirty ape.
You blank dirty
Yeah.
apes? Yeah.
Yeah.
They had to cuss. I don't know. What is it? Okay. Anyway, sex, relations?
No.
Any of that type of thing?
No.
Nudity?
Nope.
Anything? Okay, like that. Okay. Here's another one. Wokeness.
None.
Do you have any gay apes?
Nope. No. and
Yes, I do
they-
ask questions.
They
Yeah.
do. The biggest thing is that there is some things about how men run things and how the apes run things, but not
Okay.
not woke.
No, not woke or anything else
No.
like that.
No.
And you didn't have some male ape putting a dress
No.
on it.
No.
Okay.
No, not at all.
Okay. I'm being funny. That's not. But at the same time, who knows?
This is
This is Hollywood.
Yeah, this is just a fun movie. It's
Okay.
a fun movie.
Fun movie.
Nothing.
Okay, I'm going to stop going down
no,
that direction there.
None of those directions there.
Okay. Is it trying to bring us a message?
I don't, I think from the whole group of the Planet of the Apes, there's messages there.
Okay.
All right. So, I mean, you look at the underlying messages all the way through. Again, you're looking at this, it's all war. And I think that we, as humans and as the apes are emulating us because they learn from us, then war is inevitable. Or any society that you have that being that wants to take over everything.
Okay.
So I think that's
so those human traits.
But in the animal world we had that too. I mean that's inherent.
Well, survival of the fittest. You're talking about the circle of life.
Yeah.
Again, then back to the Lion King. Anyway, no, but the different types. Who is it? Mufasa. Mufasa was the bad guy in the. Okay. Anyway, but you always have that bad character. But again, what would a movie be, or what would a story be without a villain?
You have to have the evil.
Yeah, you got to have the evil
good.
for the good.
It's got to be the yin and the yang, the splitting of that. So
Alrighty.
So there's it's just more of how we can any society can digress and become savage. I think that's the main thing on that.
Okay.
But there are also good people in that and good apes. Mm-hmm. So it just kind of
did the humans at one point, the girl or whatever, she get along with?
She gets along with the main the teenager and his traveling companion for a little while. She gets along with them. It's when they go to that society that there's some push and pull.
Okay.
And she's like her character and William H. Macy's character are kind of the yin and the yang, the opposites of each other.
Okay.
Where one is wanting to be back the way they used to be, and one is wanting to get along and just stay under the radar so that they can live.
Boy, that sounds like politics, but
it does.
Sounds like
Absolutely.
two different political parties. Anyway.
But that's just the way, that's a lot of things in the world, and the writing is about
progressives versus non-progressives.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Prejudice.
No.
Anything?
Except for the fact that you're talking about apes versus humans. And you get that whole, again, through the whole Planet of the Apes, you got that anyway. We had some apes that said, I hate humans, and some apes said, hey, humans are wonderful, they're good people. There's good and bad in them. So that's about the only thing there is on that.
Okay. It's intriguing because within our day and age and our times and the events maybe over the last, 4 to 2 terms, shall we say.
Yeah.
We see a lot of these things that have come out politically and within our society.
Yeah.
You got the BLM, you got the riots, you got the different type of things. You got progressives who want to push things ahead or are afraid of the others because they're going to try to bring us back to the old age.
Yeah.
You got that. And so but I mean, did one win out or the other? Was he trying to say, well, this is better than that?
I don't think that it doesn't deal with that. It's more of when you're talking about Planet of the Apes, it's more of just the human versus the apes, and you're seeing both. And that's always been the case with the series. Is that you have some of them that go, hey, they're humans, they're not worth anything. They're like as people treated slaves.
Yes.
They're not worth anything. They're just there to shine our shoes. They're just there to do our job for us. So you always, through the whole Planet of the Apes, you have that dichotomy of that slavery thought. And so you see both sides of that.
Yeah.
And usually the hero, the one that's the heroes are the ones that are saying, no, they're not bad. They're just a different society than we are.
Yeah.
So you see that shining through no matter which.
So
all of those, all the Planet of the Apes should have that same underlying story in that.
Does toleration win out?
Well, I'm not going to tell you all tell you.
Yeah, because we don't want to give things away.
Not
right?
giving anything.
Okay.
And I will say this without giving anything away is that they do set this up to do another movie, which I was
going to ask about. Yeah. Are there plans for additional?
Oh yeah, they're and what he wants to do is, again, from what I heard, is the next movie is supposed to, if he gets his way, he's going to connect that to Charlton Heston. I really hope that. That's a rumor mill anyway. So we'll see if it happens.
Revolving Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes with, so it's going to be even a longer title than this one.
Possibly.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Let's go back. Okay. So give us the reels.
I'm going to give it 9. Now,
9.
here's the, I mean,
Oh, buddy.
you have
Okay.
as far as the acting is concerned, I mean, William H. Macy and the girl, the only two that's in there that are really the humans that are part of that. And they're both dynamic actors. They're both really good. And then you have all the apes, which are phenomenal. And I absolutely love this kid that played the main part is Owen Taylor, Teeger. And, he was really good. He was the forefront of everything. So you saw his emotion as a teenager going into the rite of passage and possibly disappointing his dad. And then you go through and you see his wide-eyed about life and what happens and when he gets out of his village and goes beyond that. And then you see the shock of everything that happens.
Yeah.
It's incredible. And I think he is like the absolute star of this and does a great job.
Okay.
But every single person that was behind the ape mask and everything did a great job. Just cinematography was fantastic. The story was awesome. Everything just fired on all cylinders.
Okay.
It was just fantastic all the way around.
Fantastic. So you give it 9 reels on this one. Ryan, sorry, buddy, you only got 7.5. They got the apes beat you this
Bring
time.
some apes into the next movie.
Yeah. Get some apes in there with you next time. Oh.
Barbie of the Planet of the Apes.
Oh, hey, they'll listen to that. Maybe they'll get that going. I don't know. Okay, so great, awesome. 9, a lot of thought. The whole thing that's coming out in these movies really is something to think about. I mean, because you look at, you can compare them. And okay, let me see. Let's ask you this. My 8-year-old grandson, would he like it?
He would. There's a lot of violence in it. So that's one thing you have to kind of consider. It is PG-13. I think even like with my 5-year-old grandson might like it. Is it right for him? Probably not. There's a lot of things in there that you probably need.
But the old series, they made cartoons out of them.
The old series?
Oh, buddy.
If it was the old series, yes.
Yeah.
That was a TV show and TV movies on that. So I don't see, those weren't as bad. You're now in the PG-13 era and they slip things in. So it's a little bit more violent than the old show was.
Okay.
So,
all right. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so 9 on the apes, or on the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Right.
Well, okay, anyway. And then on the Fall Guy, we give it 7.5. Okay, fantastic. All right, Russell, thank you. Thank you for those reviews today. So I'll tell you what, both of them I think had a good go and see it type of flavor this time. So,
and on the big screen. Both of them, big screen, big time.
You got to get the cinematic experience now. If you're too afraid to go out there, put a mask on or whatever. I don't know.
And we saw Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes on IMAX, which I will recommend that. That was phenomenal. So
you did see one.
That one we did. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that sounds good. All righty. Well, great. Good. 2 new movies that you can go and enjoy. Now, I think Gosling's movie came out on the 3rd.
Yes, it did.
The Planet of the Apes?
Today. Actually, I think it came out last night. So.
Okay, and we're doing this on Friday, so we'll get this out this weekend for the reviews. So, okay, great. Well, I tell you what, we're going to come back and keep going with us. We got more movies coming out. We're not even into the summer.
Not yet. Not even Blockbuster time is coming up, man.
Yeah, and it's coming up. So, Blockbuster. I saw the documentary on Blockbuster the other day. It's interesting. But anyway, all righty. So next time, tune in. Make sure you don't miss an episode of Real Perspective because we're giving you some, this is from a family perspective. We're not over here looking for bad movies and, we're going to tell you if it's bad. And warn you not to bring your kids if it's going to be anything like that. So, but anyway, tune in next time. We'll come back and we're going to have more reviews for the summer. Get ready. It's on its way. And we'll see you at the box office. Have a great week and see you next time on Reel's Perspective.